What's happening, everybody? I'm Ben Slowey. Welcome to another edition of In the Crates. It's been a little while, but I'm excited to return this evening with a friend of mine who plays in a couple of great local bands, Spidora, Jinxie. She DJs at every last Thursday of the month at Last Rites for Femme Punk Nights. And I'm excited to talk to her all about her DJing and what she plays, and just a little bit about Femme Punk Nights and stuff. So, Wendy Norton, thank you for joining me tonight.
My pleasure.
It's good to see you. How's it
Likewise.
going?
Pretty good.
Good, good. We'll start with just, I guess, kind of a little bit about what you grew up listening to. We'll start there.
Okay. Well, I've always liked music, but I remember specifically when I lost it. I lost my mind. I was like 4 or 5 years old. And at this point, I was already playing piano and stuff like that. But, I was just a little kid.
Yeah.
And I did something very naughty and I got on timeout. So I had to stand in the corner between the fridge and the like orange butterfly wallpaper. And I'm over there pouting and like, oh man, pissed off at my mom. And she puts on a tape. And I'm trying really hard to stay in a bad mood and like be mad, right? Because I'm on timeout. And I'm like, what is it? And she's like, this is Elvis Presley. I'm like, oh, but I just loved it so much. Then as synchronicity has it, later on that week, a made-for-TV movie came out called Elvis and Me. It's a Priscilla Presley story. But my mom let me stay up late and watch the installments of it, which was insane. And then that Christmas, I got a jigsaw puzzle of Elvis. It was also the first time I had a crush on anybody. So I don't know if it was like, I liked the music. I didn't see what he looked like before I liked the music. So, but it didn't hurt that he was like super good looking. So from then on, it was all oldies all the time. Everything was rock and roll this and rock and roll that. And I had those like Time Life tape things with all the different oldies on it and stuff like that. So it didn't matter if it was like doo-wop or what have you, or like rock and roll. I didn't really care too much for like old country back then, but I do now. So because a lot of people would play that stuff around me, but I was just kind of like, that's old people music. But I don't know, somehow like oldies, rock and roll, the early stuff, it just spoke to me.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a good mix of stuff. Right on. Yeah. Shout out to Time Out, I guess, right?
to Time Life. You remember those commercials? They're like, you'd have to spend thousands of dollars to get all these hits on LP. And all you got to do is buy those cassettes, or sometimes you could get them on LP too. But I happen to have the tape ones. So the like best of collections, best of the 60s, best of the 50s. So, and I would tape stuff. I would tape stuff off of the oldies station too. Once I moved to a town that was big enough to have an oldies station.
Right on. Awesome. So when did you first get into DJing?
Oh, I first DJ'd when I moved to Milwaukee. They were work was opening Circle A. And he said we went in there, my ex-boyfriend and I went in there and he's like, we're gonna have DJs in here. Come on down and I'll show you how to do it. And he did. And then I started DJing there. And I think I had like 2 or 3 regular throughout the like 20 years or 25 years that they were open. I had 2 or 3 regular DJ spins there that would like go for like 2 or 3 years and then putter out. And then I'd make the occasional like, oh, I'll be there for this or that show after, this and that band play, or this or that New Year's Eve, Halloween, whatever, what have you. Do a guest slot in there. But I think my first work taught me how to DJ, and that was my first ever regular, like reoccurring spot. I can't remember what it was called or anything like that. Just punks 45s, I'm sure what it was.
Right on. Yeah, Circle A.
Yeah.
That was my first River West house was actually right across from Circle A. Rip Circle A for sure. I miss that
Rip.
place. I know, right? Yeah, yeah. Lots of great times at that place. So you, I forgot to mention at the beginning, you also run Punk Rock Rummage Sale. Uh,
Hmm.
and I would love to hear a bit, if you'd care to share a bit, kind of how that came into the fold as well.
That was something that I started doing that was based off of the exactly same title, Punk Rock Rummage Sale, that Tom Smith did in the mid to late 90s at the Concert Cafe in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I think he would only do them once or twice a year. Now
Sure.
I do them like I think every other month. Some, but not always just a big punk rock rummage sale. Sometimes we're just at a street
Yeah.
fest or something. So we'll have like four regular ones. The next one is August 31st at X-Ray Arcade from 11 to 3. So you can buy lots of records there. Sometimes DJ gear too. So
Yeah. Yeah. You've got I went to my first one, I think last year at Promises,
oh,
and yeah, you've got all kinds of really cool vendors there, like selling, like I know, like you have people selling like clothing and
yeah,
like
vintage vinyl art, and then just random weird shit. Like you can't get other places.
yeah, yeah,
And now I've had to start screening people for vendors for if it's somebody new. I gotta like, you got to promise you're not selling like Timu or Wish junk because there's a lot of those. There's a lot of copycat like pop up sales now. Because I've been doing the punk rock rummage sale for about 15 years, and some of the ones I go to that are just like every bar kind of seems to have their own. It's like, okay, I've seen these skull earrings
yeah.
quite a few places, and you look them up online, and oh, it turns out they're like 25 cents on Timu. It's like, I don't want, I mean, that's fine if that's somebody's gig or whatever, but I don't want that stuff at my thing. So it's kind of unfortunate. So we try to screen for Timu just so everybody knows out there. It's like vintage and vinyl people, and I tell everybody kind of make it rummage sale prices if you can. Don't give stuff away, but try to keep in the with the spirit of things. I'm the only person that really sells stuff that isn't that great, like just, oh yeah, here's my burger flipper shaped like a guitar, 50
That's
cents.
awesome.
Like
I want that. I
I'm
would
like the
totally
only
buy
one. I'm the
that.
only one cheesy enough to put actual like rummage sale stuff in there. You know what I mean? So
Right on. Yeah. Well, if anyone hasn't been to one before who's watching, go to a punk rock rummage sale. It's a lot of fun. You want to talk about Femme Punk Nights and just kind
yeah.
of how it unfolded?
So every last Thursday at Last Right, it's Femme Punk Night, hosted by me and my phenomenal co-host Avalon Claire, who does she DJs all over the city, all over Madison. She's like a proper professional like DJ for the masses. So I can't speak for her, but I will say this. I think she appreciates having this niche kind of a spin because she definitely does like pop and like these other kind of things at her other night. So we get to geek out and pick through each other's records and stuff and have like our little party in the back room there. And I but again, you should really interview her separately for this DJ thing because
Sure.
I think she's like 4 nights a week she's out doing it. But we usually try to do some kind of like snack thing, and we'll bring like a little table of stuff. Like she does some art that she's sold at the Punk Rock Rummage Sale, like cool stickers and like homemade shirts and stuff. And I'll bring a little bit of like jewelry and stuff like that. And so what it is it's all vinyl, and it's all you know we try to stick to like female fronted rock and roll, anything under the umbrella. It doesn't have to be punk, like we bring plenty of like just like soul
Mhm.
singers and stuff. And we're not too like hardcore on rules like, is it a female singer, this or that. Like for example, this is one of my, I always include this, Klaus Nomi.
Awesome.
Yes, we will be taking him for our team.
Right
uh
on.
who knows, he's an alien actually. But yeah, so this, it's like um we're not so hardcore. And even if we want to have like a guest DJ, we try to usually have a guest DJ. And they're like, well, I would love to do it, but I don't know if I have enough vinyl of women vocalists to fill out the time slot. It's like, whatever, man, just have it be a good set, so and it doesn't have to be punk, like I said. Like this is, I'm going through the box of the stuff that I brought last time. That's where I'm pulling this stuff from for the people at home. So like Shirelles, obviously a girl group, oldies, not punk. I mean, not,
Right on. Yeah. I think, yeah, you are the first one on this show to do like a show and tell kind of deal with your records. So very
yeah.
much.
So, and it just so happened that I came in here to pick stuff up. I'm like, oh my God, what's in here? And the room's like really put together. I'm like, oh, Ryan, my husband, he probably re-alphaed all the stuff back in. So I'll have to like dig through these couple, I don't know, 3,000 records and pick, like, I'm going to go do a DJ night practically. I'm like, I'm running out of time. And I came in, but here sits the box. It's only that I only brought LPs last time because I think I just didn't want to deal with bringing the little box, and I had just gotten this
Cool.
Delta 5. It's the singles and stuff. So it's got a little bit. I have the Mind Your Own Business single, but these, if you've ever had the Mind Your Own Business single, but wish that the album sounded more like the single, this is the thing. This is the thing to get. This is the missing link, dude. So I was stoked to spin this. So I didn't want to grab a separate box of 45, so I just brought all albums, but it has this gorgeous packaging and everything. I couldn't do it without Ryan. He is the one that he works at We Buy Records. I don't remember the last time I've had to like go online and find, well, that's not true, but usually all I'll have to do is be like, Ryan, I want this song, and send it to him in text, and then he'll track it down and be like, do you want the original or the reissue? And I'll be like, reissue. and he'll be like, it'll be here on Tuesday. And I'll be like, sweet, where do I send you money?
Hell yeah.
And there's a lot of bands like this. Sonic Youth, you don't usually think of it as like a girl band or whatever, and just like the Pixies. But these all have tracks on them that have all female vocals. So, some people do. I think some people think Sonic Youth, they think Kim Gordon, whatever.
Sure.
But and then there's bands that randomly have like a gal sing just a couple of songs or one song even after the album.
With Ryan at We Buy Records, it's good to know a guy. It's always
good to know a guy. And besides that, We Buy Records is a great place for used vinyl. I really like Lilliput. I love everything they do there. I love their shows they have there. And every time I go in there, I'm like, I wasn't going to spend money today.
Right. Same. Every time. Yeah. Shout out to Lilliput. My friend Tanner is one of the co-owners, and they're fantastic. You got more? Yeah, you got more.
I just figured I'd like have them like revolving in. Here, let's look around. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So here's some of the album. This is where they start. That's like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then the other ones go like, oops, where am I? And there's these two little guys down there. And then 45s are all over because we have like the soul ones separated from because there's so many of those. And then like the rock and roll ones, and then there's the other ones down there. So there's that. Let's look at what we've been listening to recently.
Yeah, totally. When you bring records out for a femme punk night, do you kind of plan out what you're gonna bring each time?
No, you know what? I try to grab like a smattering. So like there's something from each of the food groups, because since there's two DJs and I don't live with Avalon, sometimes we don't talk about it, but sometimes we'll do like, if Avalon and I are like get together and we're in a silly mood and we want to like dance around to like dance music, whatever, I'll make sure that I have like stuff ready for that. Like this album, The Dance, Soul Force. This is the most heinous freaking album art of all time. What I swear to Glob, This record rules hard. Just a really good dance punk album. And the woman's voice is amazing. There she is on the back.
Oh hell yeah.
Being phenomenal. Kind of like if ESG wasn't so if ESG was more slick or something sounding. So
Sure.
but then I'll bring a lot. I think I bring more Boss Hog and rock and roll like Susie Quattro and Runaways than Avalon does. But she brings more like pop stuff. She'll play straight up play like Taylor Swift and stuff, you know. And
Right
no doubt and stuff like that. I think I'm too like elitist to or like old crabby elitist, all these words all these words, and I'm not afraid to be self-deprecating, but just kind of, you know, grab a little bit of everything and then try to make the people happy, try to play along with Avalon and stuff like that. So
awesome. Yeah, it sounds like a really fun duality though. You got a lot of the headbanging stuff, but also
yes,
like some of the
lots of psych. I bring more psych and more soul than her. We both bring tons of just punk and cool ass grunge stuff and that kind of stuff. She took me to see Liz Phair when Liz Phair did the Exile in Guyville album in its entirety in Madison in December. She bought me a ticket and took me for my birthday. So I am taking her to see Bikini Kill in August this month. So we actually won't be there for Femme Punk this month. So if you're going down to Femme Punk to see us the last Thursday in August, it will be our guest DJs. So we will see you back in September, though. I should mention that. So.
Right on. Noted. Oh, thank you for letting us know. Well, that'll be fun. Bikini Kill is gonna kick ass. I'd love to hear. I guess if you want to shout out, I'd love to hear some of the guest DJs that you've had with Femme Punkins.
We try to grab whatever gals or guys around in bands that I know that have bitchin' record collections. And well, I should also mention Femme Punk isn't the only like record spinning I do. I really like to spin records with Ryan at Boone and Crockett. So they invite us every once in a while. And so Ryan and I, for the first time recently, DJ'd at Sugar Maple. And that's a really cool room to DJ in. You know, it's not like people are hopping up and dancing. It's just like more of a chill vibe. And we get to play more of our like cool psych and like world music. We're super into like Brazilian 60s psych and stuff since we're in that Spidora group with the Brazilian singer.
Yeah.
Chris. So we're all gaga and that hardcore into that phase right now. So we get to spin a lot of that stuff, and that was really fun. It's kind of like a date night, but you're like doing a thing, you know what I mean? Instead of bowling, you're like DJing, you know what I mean? So
yeah. Well, hey, that's cute. Love that.
it is cute. It is cute. God damn it, it's cute.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah, I know you've done you and Ryan have done Boone and Crockett. Yeah, do you have like is that a recurring gig?
That's just kind of whenever they grab us, if we can be so lucky. Jason, hint hint. And Sugar Maple is like, I don't know exactly. We tried it out once. They loved it, we loved it, so we just need to get some free dates when our bands aren't gigging and that kind of stuff, so we can get back in there and do it. That's Rights is a really fun place to DJ though.
Yeah,
it's low press. The sound's not the greatest, but people will come back and just like if they like a song and they'll pump their fist and like throw $5 in the tip jug and then like start a one person mosh pit and then go back in the other room. Like, all right, rock on.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, that's awesome that people like at least like even if they're just there casually just for a drink or something that like they come and pop in and visit and geek out to a song they like. You know, you never know who's going to come in and connect with what you're doing, which is
you never know. You never know. I made some friends that way, you know, like, oh, I'm here from Chicago and you just played a record by my ex-roommate. I'm like, oh shit, you know Tracy Trouble? And then bam, new friend, fast friends, instant friends. You never know.
Totally.
The power of music.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, right on, Wendy. Well, my last question for you is just like So I know you mentioned that you've got yeah, you're taking Thursday off, or excuse me, you're taking August off.
August off.
In terms of the next few months, I'd love to hear just kind of um anything you're working on with your other bands or just projects or just exciting things you have coming up that you would like to plug.
If you like heavy psych rock, check out my group Spidora. If you like grungy girl punk bands, check out my band Jinxie. Punk Rock Rummage Sale, August 31st at X-Ray Arcade. Every last Thursday, except August, Femme Punk Night. And then, I'm on the social medias. Just stay tuned to that stuff and come say hi to me at any of those events. Be like, hey, I saw you on the Ben Slowey show. I'm like, right on.
Oh yeah, you did. Thank you so much, Wendy, for being
My
on this.
pleasure.
Yeah. Last yeah, for everyone watching, yeah, hit up Femme Punk Nights at Last Rites last Thursday of every month. Definitely catch up Punk Rock Rummage Sale. Check out Spidora, check out Jinxie. Wendy, if you care to share your social media, where can folks follow you?
Oh,
Like on
I'm Wendy Norton video on Insta because I make I make music videos for people too, which I got to go and do tomorrow while it's stormy at the beach. We're doing a
Nice.
cool. I'm doing a video for Resurrectionist.
Oh hell
But
yeah.
I'm not going to say anything more because not that anybody gives a rip, but it's top secret. But so we'll catch you on the flip. Thanks for the interview, Ben.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's good times.
My pleasure. It's always fun talking to you, Wendy. So yeah, yeah. So thank you all for watching In the Crates. And we'll see you next time. Have a good night.